All right, guys. Ashley Mahoney, take it away.
Coach, what did you tell Adam when he came on at halftime?
I congratulate him. He's 2002 still, and he scored the first goal of the history of this club in the MLS. So just inviting him to think about it and to realize how the game behaves sometimes, because he was out of the roster last week, and of course he was disappointed, he was angry, but his response the day after the game in the training was amazing, and he was doing amazing during the week. So I put him as an example in front of the players. Like, this guy was out of the roster, was out of the game, and he came the first day of the week with his best energy, trying to push and make my decision difficult. And the game rewarded him today, having second half, a really good second half, and scoring the first goal of the history. That, I mean, he grew the history today for the club, you know, with the first goal.
A lot of spark off the bench has come from Ben Bender against DC, last week against LA. What did you see out of him that warranted consideration in the starting 11 tonight?
It was impossible to not have Ben Bender on the 11 today. That's why he played. And because I don't have more wingers, he plays as a winger. So that's the reason. And he's doing amazing. And I will not say anything else, because you all saw Ben in the last games and today. And today he did really amazing. Only maybe first 15, 20 minutes that I was a little bit scared, nervous, stressed, and it's obvious because he's 2001 boy playing for the first time in an starting 11 in the MLS. So it's normal. But then with the minutes, he was the master of the pitch.
All right, we'll move on to Carol.
Hey, Miguel, could you just talk about the decision, to take Ortiz out and put in Armour? Was that have to do with the yellow card and trying to protect Ortiz a little bit, or was it all about Armour at that point?
No, we need to change our defending organization, being more aggressive, and we needed more legs. I say is the expression that I used to I don't know, more power. I don't know how to translate, but. Ben provided that these legs in the middle, and Adam as well outside, to be more aggressive, jumping to the defenders, and we got it.
Claudio.
Miguel, bueno, primero dominaste casi todo el segundo tiempo con los cambios, con Harry y con Adam. Parece que Atlanta no encontraba cómo pararlos o cómo ubicarse en la cancha. Pero una vez más, con una jugada fortuita, te vas sin nada. Me imagino que tenés sensaciones encontradas. El equipo se vio muy bien en el segundo tiempo, pero te vas con las manos vacías.
Y sí, ¿y qué puedo hacer? No puedo hacer nada para cambiar eso. Lo que pudimos hacer nosotros en el partido lo hicimos. Yo solo puedo estar orgullosísimo de este grupo de jugadores que creo que no están mereciendo lo que estamos obteniendo. No digo que el contrario no lo merezca, ¿no? Pero hoy, por ejemplo, creo que la primera parte fue de ellos y la segunda fue enteramente nuestra. Y ellos hacen el gol cuando mejor estábamos, cuando más les estábamos dominando, ¿no? Lo que pudieron haber hecho en la primera parte no lo hicieron, y así es el juego, ¿no? No podemos hacer nada para cambiar esto mientras nosotros vemos lo mejor que tenemos. Creo que lo estamos haciendo. Tiene mucho mérito lo que están haciendo estos chicos. Y estoy muy orgulloso de ellos. Creo que no podemos perder la perspectiva de quiénes somos, de cuánto llevamos juntos, de que esto recién empieza para nosotros, para el club. Y creo que el club y el aficionado se tiene que sentir orgulloso de que estamos empezando a construir esta historia con estos guerreros. Y no solo guerreros que luchan, es que además juegan bien. Y ahora se me acercaba el profe de Atlanta, qué bien juegan. O Alan Franco, el central de, qué bien juegan, profe. Qué difícil nos fue para... O sea, creo que la gente se tiene que sentir orgullosa y lo que nosotros tenemos que hacer es seguir insistiendo para que esa suerte en algún momento nos cambie y nos dé un poquito más.
Claudio, I think you're on mute. Claudio? We'll go to Alex, then we'll come back to you, Claudio.
Estás silenciado, Claudio.
No sé si... ¿Somebody asking o...?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dale.
Bueno, Miguel, entonces, de cara a lo que se viene, me imagino que ya lo dijiste todo, pero ahora vas a tener que trabajar más en lo psicológico, porque de verdad que los chicos quedaron, todo lo que dijiste, todo el esfuerzo que hicieron, verles las caras mirando a los fanáticos que vinieron hasta acá, que fue impresionante, y verle la cara de tristeza, creo que tenés que levantarlos nada más, porque el equipo dio todo y jugó bien.
Y sí, para eso me pagan, Claudio. Para que mañana ellos descansen y yo trabaje. Y el martes con mi mejor energía. Y de hecho ahora, es decir, yo estoy dándoles el cariño y el apoyo que merecen ahora de mi parte. Que sepan que su entrenador está muy orgulloso de ellos y que quiero seguir luchando por merecer la victoria en algún momento.
All right, we'll go Antonio and then end with Alex.
Hola Miguel, ¿cómo estás? Creo que ya recapitulaste mucho en inglés lo que fue el partido de Ben Bender, pero me parece que la manera en que este chico se comporta, entendiendo los espacios, siempre mirando a su alrededor, dice mucho de un muchacho de su edad. Kalina también lo sigue manteniendo siempre en el juego, las atajadas desde el partido anterior contra DC, de tener un arquero que te sostenga esos momentos y te siga metiendo en el partido. Y es lo que yo quiero llegar, es muchas veces es bueno aprender a sufrir los partidos, ¿no? El tener esa sensibilidad de mantener los juegos, aunque a veces no tengas la profundidad o no tengas mucho volumen de juego, pero parte de un equipo muchas veces es entender ese momento de sufrir, y creo que voy a crecer mucho con esa faceta del juego también, ¿no?
O sea, el otro día Fuchs comparaba un poco, ¿no? con equipos que recién ascendían a la Premier y que se tenían que enfrentar a Chelsea, City, United. Y claro, él me decía, pero ahí sufrías 90 minutos. Sufría 90 minutos, y 90 minutos a defender, y porque lo que tienes enfrente es muy bueno. Entonces es normal. Pero no nos está pasando eso a nosotros. No estamos 90 minutos defendiendo, sufriendo, no. O sea, estamos consiguiendo sufrir, estamos consiguiendo ser competitivos en el sufrimiento, pero luego le estamos dando vuelta y estamos dominando. Y estamos dominando a mucha jerarquía que hay enfrente. Hay mucha calidad enfrente. O sea, hoy ponte jugador por jugador. Amigo. Y estuvimos en la segunda parte dominándole. Y Alan Franco se reía porque ya es la segunda vez pero es la tercera que le pasa, porque él ya me sufrió con Independiente Avellaneda en la Copa Sudamericana. Y nos reíamos los dos, profe, otra vez, qué bien juega. Y nosotros solo podemos hacer frente a esa jerarquía desde el juego.
Sí, lo decía porque son las etapas del partido. Yo creo que es muy agradable ver cómo el equipo se comporta en diferentes facetas. Y la última que me parece ya lo dijiste también un poco en inglés, los cambios de Hubble y de Adam Armour también son para tapar un poco más la salida de los laterales y entender que por ahí había también que detener el embate de Atlanta.
Sí, necesitamos un poquito más de pierna por dentro con Ben y por fuera con ellos, que nos dieran un paso adelante a la hora de presionar, que no echaran el culo para atrás, sino que convirtieran eso en el paso adelante. Y creo que lo han hecho muy bien. Harry y Adam Armour han hecho un partido fantástico los dos en una posición que no es la suya. Ellos no son extremos, son laterales. Pero tocó eso hoy y lo hicieron perfectamente y entendieron perfectamente qué fue lo que les pedí.
Gracias, Miguel.
All right, we'll end it with Alex.
Hi, Miguel. Thank you for your time. I'm curious just what you make of all of the yellow cards throughout the match. I mean, Charlotte had 4. There was additional stoppage time. We've continued to sort of see that these stoppage time goals. So I'm just curious what you make of, potentially limiting some of those yellow cards.
I didn't understand the question.
The yellow, all the Charlotte's yellow cards, there were 4 throughout the match. And then there was the additional stoppage time. I don't know if you saw a connection between those and the late goals that have continued to happen for Charlotte. Just what do you make of all the yellow cards, I guess?
Toño, ¿me puedes ayudar un poco? Porque no termino de entender bien qué es lo que quiere. Así me puedes ayudar. ¿No escuchaste?
¿Qué piensas de las tarjetas amarillas, que fueron varias, 4, y el tiempo adicional que se dio?
Los 7 minutos del tiempo adicional que dio el árbitro al final.
Muchas gracias. Sorry, Alex. No, I mean, some decisions that we can discuss here for hours, but I mean, I don't used to speak about the referees, and also sometimes my communication with them is just to help for the good of the game. So I was discussing with the 4th referee when he's outside and we have the chance to counter attack, and he stopped the game, the play. Say, listen, if we have the advantage, you need to hold on a little bit, 1-2 seconds, to see if we can keep playing, and then okay, if we don't have the advantage, offside, and we will play. But I mean, this is the kind of communication that I have with the referee. Sometimes, okay, I can get nervous with something, but I mean, nothing to say. With the time, I believe it's fair because they had like 2 or 3 injuries during the second half. But listen, Alex, I mean, well, this is not in my hands, and I try to not lose my energy with this kind of things, because if I focus on this, I will not help my players, and I need to help my players. I'm not helping them if I stay with the referee with the cards of this.
All right. Thank you, guys. Oh. Thank you, guys.
Hold on, Woody, let Alex wants one follow-up real quick.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
Alex, you can unmute and ask.
Alex te pregunta de la rivalidad y de lo que pensaste del partido.
Alex, you can keep asking in English. I mean, I didn't understand just one question.
Tiene un problema con su micrófono de la computadora.
Okay. No, I mean, what is football without this, I mean, Barça needs Real Madrid. Las Palmas needs Tenerife. Tenerife needs Las Palmas. I can tell you this around the world. So it's amazing to have this kind of games and derbies and clásicos. It's always for the good of the game. And I really appreciate the words of the coach, and I told him about myself, and I say, hey, let's keep in touch and meet and know each other and share ideas. And later, inside we are like that. But for the fans, this competitiveness and this rivalry, and this is so good, you know. So if you have more games like that, like special moments, and I hope that now with the times, you know, this game is becoming bigger and bigger and more passion. And I don't know if I made myself clear, but really the game needs this kind of rivalries.
Okay, I
Thank
think
you,
we're
Alex.
good there. All right, thank you, Miguel.
No
We'll
problem.
have players shortly.
Woody,
Hey, Carol, I'm here. What's up?
I just wonder, can you explain when you said Adam Armour was off the roster last weekend? Does that mean just like off the active roster, or what did that mean?
Yeah, I didn't catch what he said, but I believe it's probably he was off the active roster. He wasn't on the subs bench.
Okay, so how many, like they have a set number of players
I
that
can-
log on?
Yeah, it's 20 players, so 11 players on the field. You have 9 subs. Usually 1, maybe 2 is a goalkeeper, and then so not all the players on the roster are available to sub in for every game. We can connect more on that offline. We can walk through that if you want. Cool. Ashley, you can kick it off.
Ben, what was the conversation like with Miguel heading into today, knowing that you've seen minutes over the last 2 weeks, but tonight was going to be your first pro start?
So we talked a couple days before the game, and he said that he had been liking my energy when I came onto the games, and so he was like, "You're in the 11 now," and so I was pretty excited. Today was just a waiting game. You know, the moments before the game is always so super long. It feels really long, and sometimes you get a little bit nervous, but once I was out on the field warming up, it was just pure excitement. So yeah, he just gave me confidence and told me to work hard and put me out on left wing. And so yeah, I'm super grateful for that opportunity.
Of course, the stage itself is different, but you do have the benefit of having a sibling who's been in a similar position, making a rookie debut. Did you get any advice from your older brother on today?
Yeah, I actually texted him before the game because he's a very similar player to me, and I've learned so much from him. And he played left wing a couple times and attacking midfield, and he pretty much just told me to work hard, have fun, and try and make the right back get out of position and just go at him. So tried to whip in a couple balls and be dangerous down the left-hand side.
And one final one, if I may, Will. Of course, you know, Miguel spoke to you as, you know, a 2001 boy, as Adam as a 2002 boy, and for those of us who are older than that, well, yes, we feel old. But to that end, there was a lot of success for the kids out there today. What has there been any sort of camaraderie that's kind of brewing between yourself and Adam?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Adam's an awesome guy. He has a lot of energy. You know, you saw that out on the field tonight. He brings that energy when he came in. And yeah, there's a really good group of us that have been going out to dinner and hanging out. So I think that off the field stuff is definitely you know, raised the friendships. And so I think it's showing on the field too, the connections there.
Thank you.
Larry, go ahead.
Ben, I want to ask you, first of all, congratulations on your first start. I thought you played a tremendous game. I got 2 questions for you here. Number one, in that start, how comfortable did you feel out there being a starter? Because by the play, you look like you were really comfortable and you fit in fine. And my second question is, the first 2 games of the season, the Charlotte FC has had a lot of trouble getting offensive opportunities. Then at about the 40th minute mark of the first half, all of a sudden something clicked. And you actually, in my opinion, except for the goal late by Atlanta, you outplayed Atlanta in the second half. What was it about after that 40th minute that clicked, that didn't click in those first 2 games?
Yeah, so the first question, I was, left mid is not, I've played there before, so I was pretty comfortable. I mean, I know some of the movements that Miguel wants us to do. So yeah, going into that, I was fairly comfortable. And then the second question, I think the first half is always tough to break down the opponent. I think that we started to play more composed, I'd say, and then the opportunities came from there. We were getting down the flanks and whipping balls in for the striker. I think that was one thing that helped. And yeah, Carroll had a couple good chances. Danny did too. And yeah, I think just whipping the balls in from the wing are really good because the defense expects you to go down the middle sometimes. And that's something that Christian Latanzio and I have been talking a lot about recently because, when you get in that final third, it's really hard to break a team down. So we've been trying to work on those, penetrating down the wings first. So that's one thing we've been improving on.
Cool. Thanks, Ben. We got to wrap you there so we can get Adam on. So appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, Will. Here comes Adam. All right, Alex, kick it off.
Hey, Adam, just, first question is, how did it feel to score Charlotte FC's first ever goal?
It's an amazing feeling. Everyone loves to score goals, but it being the first one in history is an amazing feeling.
And can you talk a little bit about how you just, you read the feed? It looked like it was a pretty straightforward feed, but just can you walk us through kind of what you did to put yourself in position there?
So yeah, right. I'm used to being the guy that stays back on our corners to prevent the counterattack. But before I went in, Mikel told me to be in the box and make a run from the penalty spot. So I knew Ben Bender had good service. It was an outswinging ball. So I started at the penalty spot, came front post and found that I was pretty unmarked. So I tried to calculate the flight of the ball and just get my head on it and put it somewhere towards the goal. So thankfully to Ben's good ball, I was able to do that and it happened to go in.
All right, Carol.
Hey, Adam, I'm Carol Walton from the Charlotte Ledger. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Miguel told us a little bit about the week you've had going from not being on the roster last week to the way you responded. How did you mentally deal with that? And then what was it like to have that moment tonight?
It was tough. It was tough, especially in a massive game like last weekend at home with the record attendance. But I knew that my opportunity would come, and thankfully I have great teammates and great coaching staff around me that pushed me, even though they could tell I was down, they could tell I was a little frustrated, but they pushed me and they were able to get the most out of me as well as myself getting the most out of myself. So I feel like I know as well as them the goals that I have for myself. So I kind of use that frustration to help do my thing this game. So it was a great feeling.
All right, Ashley.
Adam, you've got a message from Brandon Miller when they were asked about how many did you score last season for the Independents, because obviously you were seeing minutes on top of minutes in the USL Championship, and of course you scored a number in training, but not during a match itself. And Brandon's response to that was, "Scored on who?" But he also sends us congratulations. Wow. But to that end, how did that opportunity to see significant minutes as an 18-year-old prepare you for this opportunity in MLS?
Yeah, I feel like last year was massive. Last year is with the Independents was my first year as a professional. So I feel like getting those minutes, getting accustomed to the professional game and gaining confidence from that was massive leading into the MLS season. We're a couple games in I got a couple minutes against DC, but I definitely feel the difference that last season made with the independence for this game. I feel like I'm comfortable with the speed of play. I'm getting used to things, and last year made a big impact on that.
And of course, for players like yourself and how Miguel referred to yourself and Ben, you said you're a 2002 boy. Ben's a 2001 boy. You're players who were born after 2000. You're fairly young players on the squad, but that's not an abnormal age in this league or at the professional level. But Ben said that there's an added portion of camaraderie between younger players. Is that something that you've kind of noticed that you guys are gelling a little bit more?
Yeah, I think it's natural because we're all new to this. So we all take it on together and we all try to help each other as much as possible. So, we talk a lot on the field to get the most out of each other. We talk a lot off the field, and we've been pretty close on the team, all of us, all the younger guys. So I feel like it's important to help each other get the most out of it.
All right,
Thank
we will end it here with Larry.
Let me ask you this. This is Larry Frank from Frankly Speaking Sports, and you scored the first goal. First of all, congratulations on a feat that you'll go on and forever be named in Charlotte FC history. But how important, not just for you, but for the team in general, Adam, how important was to get that first goal of the season, sort of that monkey off your back? So now, does it take the pressure off, the other guys on the team to not worry so much about getting that goal? Because after you scored that goal, the chances just kept coming and coming and coming. Is this a pressure breaker for the team?
I think it's important for sure. It's kind of like ripping the Band-Aid off, as they say. So I feel like now that the first goal has been scored, we have the chances, we have the quality. I feel like the goals are going to start coming and coming. So I feel like it's going to be a lot of confidence gained for the team. It's not the result we wanted, and it definitely hurts to give up the game like that. But I feel like going forward, we're going to have the confidence to score goals and keep the momentum going.
And real quickly, if I may, how disappointing was it, Adam, to know you guys played well, especially in the second half? You pretty much outplay that team and know that you lose a tough game on a score that was actually deflected off one of our own players. I mean, how tough is that, this loss for you guys?
Yeah, it hurt, man. It hurt because we battled the whole game from the beginning. The first half was tough on us. Second half, we had some opportunities to take the lead, and it hurt. But it's a step in the right direction. We know that we have the quality and we have the chances to win a game. We concede 2 goals that we shouldn't really be conceding, and we know that next weekend's another opportunity at home to get that first win.
All right, thank you, Adam. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.